So coming in from the front, what we're going to do is we're going to take this casing off first. There's two 30 Torxes. So this is the belt casing. There's one here and one just there. You will have to take this off. So this is just a vacuum pipe or whatever. It pulls off by squeezing. You can kind of see it there, the two clamps, and that will pull off pretty easy. And then there's another 30 Torx there, and this will eventually just move it out of the way a tiny bit. So once you have them two off, there's two wire clamps you need to pop off, one here and one down there. And then with the two Torxes out, pop it away. So the Torx goes in there, Torx goes in there. That's what they look like. So once you have that out, and that's the other bolt for the top part in there, you can remove that and you will see the belt housing here, the gear and that. So I removed this thermostat top. You probably don't need to do that. You could probably just pop the two pipes off, but either way, it was 4 coarse thread 30 Torxes. Just made life a little bit easier. You pop the pipe off down the back of that, and there's 2 on the front here, 2 big pipes. Then there's 5 bolts, much longer ones, that run through the casing. I'll show you when it's on the bench over there. And then you can, once you have this off, you just walk the belt off with it, and you can remove this then. There is actually, there is one clamp like this that holds on this pipe here, clamps in. So you just literally, you can see it there, kind of lift this part up, this part here, and then you can pull it apart, or just in turn, I just took the whole thing off, pulled it off. So once that's out, you can take this out. Probably should be using 2 hands. You don't need to remove anything else. And if yours is the steel type one, I have a video down them as well. So this is the new part built up. I already built it on the bench. You'll see the seal that I didn't show you on the other one. And then I'll pop that down for a second. You can see in there, you need to clean up all this area here. You'll see old gasket and stuff like that, and there was a bit of crud here from where the coolant was leaking. It was kind of crusty, and this pipe, this electrical cable has to come off first. Actually, it's quite difficult to see. You have to push in that little button there in the middle. That was probably the hardest part of the whole job, getting it off, getting that electrical cable off. You can just see the button there where it comes in. I'll show you on the other end of the water pump, and it goes on there. See where that button is there, the hole? So the button sticks on there and it slides on. That was probably the most trickiest part. Yeah, so once you have it all cleared up, and then putting it back together is pretty easy. You make sure that the new belt is on the water pump itself, and then guide it on there, and then it goes on. You'll just have to get some of the bolts in to pull it in. I'll show you that when I'm doing it. So I just popped this over onto the bench here so we could have a quick look at how to take this off. So when you take out the 5 screws to hold it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can, obviously I'll show you that part now in a second, the previous part of the video. You can see where the water pump has been leaking here. So there's gonna be 6 Torxes to hold it on. And let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So undo all them, and then you can split the casing then. So I took this part off just to make life easy. I don't think I would again if I was taking it off. I just pulled the 2 pipes off. It's the first one I've ever done. So once you get this apart, this comes up, and you want to make sure this gasket area here is still all good. Sometimes I've seen these little lips here corrode on them, and the seal will collapse. So you're going to transfer all this onto the new water pump. You're going to take out the thermostat, and there's another actual thermostat in there as well. So just make sure all that's working. So we have the new part here. I'm going to pop that in there, make sure it's sitting in properly. And then we're going to reuse the new gasket that we get with the water pump kit. If you get it from VW, this isn't a VW one, but if you get it from VW, it might come different. You might have to order the seal separate. So just be cautious about that there is a gasket here as well. That comes in the new kit we got. And there is actually a gasket on this face here if you do end up opening that up. So when you focus, you can actually see it there. It pulls out. I don't have one of them here on this. I'm just hoping this will work, but I'll know straight away from running it. It's not a big job to take it out. So yeah, I'd recommend getting the belt. They're about €17, I think, the last one I got. So I've never done one of these before, and I've done 2 in the last week. So once you have the 5 bolts in, and just hand tighten them up so it doesn't move. You can see the belt moving away there, so it'll be loose. So you need to push down hard on 2 of them, and then tighten this one and that one at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but together. And then you'll have the belt nice and taut. And then you can put everything back together, check for leaks, top up the coolant.